This is the jewel that I wanted to drop, but at the moment I couldn't have found, but now I found it. This is called the release of lien. For all those people that thought there was never a lien on your vehicle or on your mortgage or on any of your property, there really is a lien on it. And this is the proof. So at the top of the page, it's going to have the name of the bank and the address. It's going to give a date when they sent the letter out to you. It's going to give the name of the borrower, owner of the collateral. After that, it's going to, the address and their name. Then it's going to say release of lien in giant black letters. So it says borrower / owner of collateral, semicolon, John Doe. Auto loan number, it gives the auto loan number. The year, it gives the year of the vehicle. Make, it gives the make of the vehicle. The VIN number, it gives the VIN number of the vehicle. To whom it may concern, please be advised that whatever bank it is does not hold any encumbrance on the above described vehicle. And then right under that, it'll say John Doe Bank. Right under that, it will have an authorized signature. And on the side of the authorized signature, whoever's the authorized person to sign, they sign. Then they're going to stamp whatever the bank name is with a stamp, a very small stamp that you can buy at Staples. Now, under that, it's going to say a printed name. So the printed name is the authorized signature, and the authorized signature, y'all, is the agent. So this release of lien is coming from the authorized agent. This is why I tell you, you must become the agent over all your accounts. We're going to move on within this release of lien letter. Keep this notice with a certificate of title, and when you sell the vehicle or boat, give the transferred title and this notice to the new owner. If you should choose a lien-free title before then, return your current title, this lien notice, and a $20 processing to the DMV Title Bureau, whatever state you're in. Check or money order should be made payable to the Commissioner of Motor Vehicles. If you cannot locate the title, you must apply for a duplicate. You apply for a duplicate title by completing Form MV-902, available at the DMV office, and mailing it with a $20 check or money order, along with the lien release, to the DMV Title Bureau at the above address. Okay, so at the very bottom of the release of lien letter notice, it has the VIN number, another set of numbers in the middle, and then another set of numbers to the far right corner of the notice. Then as we flip it over to page 2, at the top it has the name of the bank, the address, and then it goes on to say, to whom it may concern, please be advised that Key Bank, is the successor of the following entities through mergers or name changes, and John Bank has the authority to release liens on motor vehicles and to submit applications for duplicate or repossession of titles, and further to transfer or assign ownership of such repossessed motor vehicles. Right below it, it says listing of entities. It'll give one bank, then it'll give another. It'll give the name of the bank, the name of the leasing company of the bank, and then it'll give a commercial division name of the bank. And then after that, it'll say, if you have any questions, please call. They give you a number to call. Sincerely, The agent of that bank signs it, which seems to be a whole nother person. And they're known as the collateral management team within that bank. So you have an agent on the first page that signs off on your release of lien. And then on the second page, you have the collateral manager team that signs off on the release of lien. And then they put a seal with a notary public on it. So they told you that these 2 pages, if you should sell that vehicle, that you should transfer your release of lien to the person who is buying the vehicle. So my people, you have to understand, if you have a release of lien to a vehicle, now you can charge a lot more money for that. Borrower is the owner of the collateral. So as soon as you sit down with the car dealership and they approve you for the loan, it states right on a release of lien, it says the borrower is the owner of the collateral. It doesn't matter if it's paid off or not. You're still the owner because it's coming out of your account anyway. Have the agent over you. Now you can remove that agent, but you would have to already have done your paperwork as being an agent over all your accounts, because you can actually transfer your name as the agent. I know you don't understand what I'm saying because you don't have a release of lien and you don't probably really understand the process. But I just dropped you something that probably went way over a lot of people's heads. But I'm sitting here with a copy of a release of lien that somebody emailed to me and allowed me to read that over the air. So the release of lien is real on a vehicle. Okay. And the lien on the mortgage is real too. If you see that a release of lien, so the people that are really doing this process, I just gave you $1 trillion worth of game. I would like to see a donation in my Cash App. You can go to the description. My Cash App is there. You know what I'm saying? $, capital R, lowercase UBIE, capital W, lowercase ILKIE. I'm giving you game, my people. I'm giving you game. I'm giving you game like no other people are giving you on the internet right now. You ain't never had nobody read to you a release of lien. You know what I'm saying? And I don't charge to join my live, and I don't even receive anything, for going live, except for a donation to those who would like to give a donation, who sees the power in the word that and the information that I'm dropping. You know what I'm saying? So if you want to continue receiving great information like this, you need to give us a donation, because we are giving blood, sweat, and tears right now for the information to help all those that are still lost at sea, because you haven't come home. You haven't touched the land yet. You're still out there on a boat, on a ship, on somebody else's vessel, slaving. You got to get back on the land, feet in the soil. You know what I'm saying? Walking on the land. You can't be on somebody's vessel straight up and you talking about you free. Some people say they sovereign, whatever. We straight up free in this place. So, we are the ones that, how they said it, if you are the borrower, you are the owner of the collateral. Straight the fuck up. You know what I'm saying? So you got to flip those, the red process, which is the 1099, A, B, C, OID. You got to flip them. It's 2 ledgers. You got to two sets of that paperwork. 2 sets. They have to be able to settle it on their side. You have to settle it on your side. Everybody gets paid. That's how it's supposed to go, because they're never going to give you the dividend. You know what I'm saying? You get a greater dividend when you settle this paperwork on your own, straight up. Nobody can really settle it for you but you. So until then, before you can come in to settle anything, they're managing your account. And anybody that's managing your account is going to do it for the benefit of them and the corporation, not for you. The little peon, slave. No. Who helps a slave out? Nobody. You look down on a slave. You look down on a peon. You know what I'm saying? So you got to wake up to your righteousness. You got to wake up to your wealth and prosperity. It's your divine birthright to be free. Held down by gravity. What holds you down by gravity is poverty. You know what I'm saying? Gravity is poverty. So, for you not to, you're going to have to, put some helium within your thought process. You need to get more helium in your brain cells so that you can, float a little bit more, so that you can release the poverty cell from out of the cells that are fully abundant with oxygen. Helium and oxygen is what the brain needs. Not too much helium, but you need helium. Helium is a happy element. It's a gas. So, helium and oxygen, carbon and nitrogen. You need those elements, because that's what the brain lacks, because they're sucking it out of the air with chemtrails. Now, they have a vacuum that you can put directly in the air that sucks the water out of the air and creates water. You can go and look it up. So you can actually create your own water out of thin air through a vacuum system. And that's what we live in. But the vacuum system that we live in is not sucking us up. It's actually by the sun and the moon, because the sun and the moon is the magnet that allows everything to be stable within this bubble, within this cell, within this globe that we live in. It's circular, or whatever you want to say. It's a sphere. Now, they say all spheres can be bought and purchased. Saturn. You can go look that up too. You see, I'm giving you conversation and information from the 22nd dimension, because that's how far we are. Now, to reach us at that high oscillation, you won't be able to reach us because we're untouchable. Do you understand what untouchable means? Go look it up. You know what I'm saying? When you get to a certain status within your paperwork, you become untouchable. That's why you have to learn how to stack tax credits. Yes, you have to learn how to stack tax credits. How you stack gold and silver, start stacking tax credits, because that's how most people became wealthy. Not, some people became wealthy through oil, gas, the precious minerals, and some people became very wealthy by stacking tax credits, because tax credits can be turned and transferred into gold and silver. Tax credits can be transferred into gasoline. Tax credits can be transferred into what you choose to transfer your tax credits into. People accept tax credits. Anybody will accept tax credits as payment, because tax credits can be transferred into any form of currency you choose to transfer it into. So, do you understand what I'm saying? So my people, doesn't matter if you're not listening, and those who do tune in, you get the prosperity, you get the real info of what people are not really telling you. Because here at the United States Private Enterprise Free State, we are doing a lawful process. You know what I'm saying? Hands are clean. You have to control everything. You have to control everything. Do you understand that? So if you're collecting $250,000 quarterly and it's your business, you have to be the agent, which means you have to actually show who you really are for the business to collect $250,000 quarterly, every 3 months. Now that's real game, my nigga. That's real game. Off of a tax, off of a release of lien. I just gave you $1 trillion worth of info off of a release of lien. Straight up. Can I get the donation of a Cash App right now? So my people, I'm about to get on up out of here. You know what I'm saying? So I'm going to check you out on the next go round, Be up and out of here. Who is in the chat? Yo, peace to all my people in the chat. Trying to see who it is. All right. Hellcat. Peace. Yo. Hellcat. You got a Hellcat? Yo. You driving rough rugged like that, my nigga? Yo, you need Enterprise Free State. 407-300-5377. You probably, you one of the few that's gonna hear this release of lien. Ain't nobody dropping a release of lien, Hellcat. Ain't nobody dropping the release of lien right now. And I've never heard nobody talk about the release of lien and then drop it to you. A 2-pager to show you that it's real. Release of lien is real, my people. Because it's going to show you how to write your own release of lien up if a nigga did repossess your shit. You could write your own release of lien up and send it into the company to show that they need to release your shit back to you. It's deep. So my people, we about to get on up out of here. 407-300-5377. If you want to get in touch with the United States Private Enterprise Free State, we got private banking classes. We got the private postmaster class. All the classes are a 2-hour class. The private banking class, the postmaster class, we got the judge class, we got the secured parties class, we got the family crescent class. All the classes are 2 hours. And there is a fee for those classes. We do have a $50 consultation. That's a 1-hour consultation on, the processes that you need to get that $250 filed quarterly, so that you could be pulling in $1 million a year, straight up. 407-300-577. We are out, my people. We are out, okay? Yo, holla. We got that. If you need that, we got that. What's your name? Is this Hellcat? Yo. And peace to all my people in the private chat. Peace.